This little video will show you lots of techniques you can use for making clay sculpture. First, take your little lump of clay and give it a squeeze, forming it into a ball. You can roll it between your hands and smooth out any cracks. First, we're going to make the plate for our little teacup. We would like to put some texture and some patterns onto it. I'm having a look to make sure there's no cracks. This little crocheted cloth will make perfect patterns for our plate. Smooth it out onto your board and place your sphere or ball of clay in the center and pound. Pound it out until it's about the thickness of a biscuit or a cookie, roughly circular in shape. Flatten or smooth out the bumps, and then find a stencil of your choosing, a nice large stencil, and use the sharp edge for cutting. Make sure the rounded edge is facing up so that you don't hurt your hand. Ensure that the entire stencil, the whole stencil, fits onto your pounded out piece of clay and squeeze down. Give it a little wiggle to loosen it up. Holding down the exterior or the edges, carefully lift out your stencil. Remove the outside edges of clay that we won't be needing and leave your interesting shaped plate behind. Here we used a flower shape. I'm rolling the leftover clay up again to prevent it from drying out. Now flip the little plate over and gently remove the cloth to reveal or show your interesting pattern. Wow. Place your patterned plate to the side. We're going to work with the rest of the clay now. I'm noticing a few little cracks in the clay, so with a little bit of magic water, I'm going to give it a rub and get rid of those cracks, giving it a smooth out by rolling it between my hands. Here is my sphere, and I'm ready to make a pinch pot. Shove your thumb as far down into the ball of clay as you can, giving it a little twist to create a bowl shape. Using your fingers, go round and round the edges, pinching them gently. Pinch more where the edges are thicker and less where the edges are thinner. You will notice some cracking happening at this point on the top edges of your cup. Again, using magic water, you can rub those cracks away. There we go. Now we would like to attach the teacup to the plate. So using something sharp, it might be a toothbrush with lots of bristles, or it could just be a kebab stick. I'm going to score or drag the tip through the base and make a rough area. And then I'm going to sit this little teacup base into the water to wet it. And the third step is to place it to the plate and wiggle it down, pushing your thumbs down inside there. This helps to join the two pieces together. Always use this technique of scratch, slip and wiggle whenever joining two pieces of clay together. The final part is the handle, so again using a little bit of leftover clay, roll it into a ball, make sure there are no cracks. If there are, rub it with some water. That cracks just mean that your clay is thirsty. Give it a gentle roll and then lay it on your board and roll it out into a sausage. or a snake shape. Try and keep the snake even. You may find that the tip and the tail get thin. You can cut those off. And also think about the right length you would need for the handle. Using any tool in the toolbox, you can just snip the ends off, giving you a nice flat end to score, slip and wiggle. Because the area is so tiny, I'm just going to poke holes in it here instead of scratching. The idea is to just make it rough. Then we are going to dip both ends into our water bowl. And we're going to attach these two ends to our cup. There goes the first end, wiggle it in. Notice the little crack on the plate, which we will fix in a moment. Gently turn your handle over and wiggle it to the top of the cup. Now when you're starting to get little marks, always go back with the water and fix any cracks or dents or marks in your clay. Because the teacup and the handle are so small, it sometimes does help to use a tool to go in there into those very small spaces to smooth out the clay. I'm going to show you that here with the blunt end of the wooden stick. I'm going to go in there and smooth the clay out, especially where one piece of clay joins into another piece. You're trying to make the join look seamless, like there is no join there. Keep going back for more water to smooth out the clay. There you go. Straighten up your cup. It would have had quite a lot of bumps to it. A good idea always is to add a mark of some sort to your clay that you will recognize after the clay has been taken away to be fired in the kiln. This could be a special symbol that you draw on it, could be that you scratch your name or your initials into the clay. Now it's your turn.